Adventures.
Hey guys, Chuke here with Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Well, when the Ruger LC Carbine in 10mm was announced, many viewers asked me, Chuke, when are you going to get one of these? And I have to admit, I wasn't that interested at first because I had several sort of pistol caliber carbine type subguns, I guess you could call them, that I liked, but they just didn't stick. Well, I saw the Banshee. I got to play with that Chuck had. I had the Strybog, which was a lot of fun, but I just didn't find it useful. And at first, I didn't think I liked this, but once I got it, oh man, Ruger has just outdone themselves. They gave people everything they wanted in a 10mm carbine. It's literally got everything. It takes Glock mags. First of all, they gave us a 16.25-inch barrel. We got M-lock, a full rail, a threaded barrel. You put a Griffin can like this one I have. It's amazing. Folding stock. I mean, adjustable. It just goes on and on. And as a camp gun, it just makes a lot of sense. Now, for me, a camp gun is something that I have on hand when I'm in hunting camp. So in a couple weeks, I'm going to be hunting black bears in a remote area. So I've got my hunting rifle, but if a bear comes into camp, and sometimes it does happen because Chuck and I like to eat bacon, and so we'll just cook bacon the whole time and just stuff ourselves on bacon. And sometimes a bear comes into camp. Now, if that happens, this just makes a lot of sense because I'm a big 10mm pistol guy, so I'm going to have the ammo available, and it's nice to be able to swap between different platforms. Now, since I'm getting dropped off by a boat, it makes sense to have this. If I was driving somewhere, I would have this, but if I was a fly-out hunt, I would probably just have my hunting rifle, maybe an extra pistol. But since it's a boat hunt, weight isn't that big of a deal. So it just makes sense to have this and to be able to put a can on it and not blow your ears out just makes a lot of sense. And Chuck tested this a lot more than I have. I'm just getting back into it, but he found it very accurate. He found it more accurate than his Banshee. It's more accurate than that Strybog I had, but it has also just been solid. It's no jams. It's ran all the ammo, and he found that 220 hardcast from Buffalo Bore was the best it did as far as accuracy, and he got really accurate groups at 50 yards. So I just want to take a close look at this. We'll take it to the range, and I will give you my final thoughts. All right, well, what really stands out is that it does take stock Glock mags, so standard Glock 20 mag, 10mm, and I think that's one of the reasons why it's been so reliable. It does come, so I got that. It does come with the big stick. I don't know why Chuck keeps doing this to me. Chuke Tua. So he keeps getting me these mags that say Chuke Tua. But the fact that you can have something like that is just insane. And for like what I want to use it for, this hunting trip to have in camp, just amazing bear defense just to have that kind of capacity. I mean, you've got this adjustable length of pull. You can change some of these spacers out, but their folding stock is just so simple, if I can do it. And I mean, it can still work in that configuration. And then you've got that. So for backpacking, and this isn't heavy, guys, this is 7.4 pounds. So, you know, close to a typical hunting rifle. Most people are just going to put a red dot on there. And I do have this Sealy T10X Pro. It's accurate enough for me, that's for sure. And I do have a code, and a link on my website, but those guys have been pretty cool to me, just sending me lots of red dots. I always have a red dot on hand. I just slap it on things. And so I've got a Unity mount here just to raise it. Of course, it does not come with the Unity mount. It came with these flip up rear sights, which are really nice, and I do have them so they co-witness there, which is really nice. But they've got the hard coat anodizing. The barrel is what really shines. I mean, this is a 1 in 16 twist, threaded barrel, so the threads are your typical 5.78 to 28. Alloy steel barrel, 16.25 inches. Then I got the Resistance 45 can from Griffin, and those guys are just amazing. You can reach out to them, ask them questions, and their products are just, I don't know, they're impressive. So you can reverse the charging handle, which is very cool. 1911 safety controls. Trigger is decent. I mean, they just, look at that full rail. It's just hard to beat. That's an over barrel design. I had to get used to it with the mag in the grip versus, you know, front there, but boy, it helps weight it out. That's for sure. So I do like it now. So CNC milled handguard with M-locks. So you put whatever you want on there. Now this is the ammo I got from Chuck. He said I need to shoot 220 Buffalo Bore hardcast because he got really good accuracy. But this is the closest you can come to subsonic that we could find. 200 grain. Box says it's getting 1,000 feet per second. So out of a pistol, that would be subsonic. And that is 40 Smith & Wesson power, but it's nozzler, it's a bonded bullet, and it's going to be going faster, that longer barrel. But man, it was quiet. So let's just, let's check it out. All right, nozzler, 200 grain bonded hollow point. It's supposed to be getting 1,000 feet per second out of a pistol. We're going to see how it does in this Ruger LC Carbine in 10mm with the can on it. Hoping it'll be decently quiet. Let's see. The dot's on. 11:49. No reading. All right. I think it's because of the can. Let me get a little closer. A little behind it. I didn't get a reading. Let me try to get a little bit back and see if it'll give me a good reading. This stuff is accurate and quiet though. No. Okay, 6 inches. Let's try right there. No reading, but close to subsonic still. That was nice and quiet. Very cool. I think that's going to be my camp rounds. Well, there you go. I literally have nothing bad to say about this. The only thing I struggle with is the sort of weaker 10mm ammo. And I know some people have commented on my Instagram post that it just doesn't make sense because you're getting 40 Smith & Wesson power. Yes, that is true. I don't even know if it's truly subsonic. Boy, it did sound quiet. It's right at the edge because you'd think, you know, if it's supposed to get 1,000 feet per second with a 5-6 inch barrel, that it would be significantly more with a 16-inch barrel, but it felt like it was just right at the edge of that sound barrier. It was comfortable, and I just like the idea of being able to use this in camp and just have a quiet option, not blow everybody's ears out. And the ammo would do just fine. That's a bonded hollow point, and I am going on a black bear hunt, guys. If I was doing a brown bear hunt, I'd probably have a 45-70 rather than this, or at least a 220 hard cast, but it's a black bear hunt. So if a black bear does come into camp, boy, that would be an opportunity to take one with this. I do have to say that I am just really impressed with it, and there's nothing I would change about it. So let me know what you guys have to say. For an MSRP of, I don't know, $900, I think they are now, it is such a good deal with so many features that I am just really happy with this, and it's going on my hunt in 2 weeks. So let me know what you guys have to say. It's Chuke, your friend in the field.
My name is Chuke. I like to trade my guns just for fun, but now I have none. Oh, look, get shot by a bear, but I don't care, I got a 10mm. Chuke's Outdoor Adventures. Watch you all die every time.